guys, welcome back to the shop. We've got that black 79 short box in here that we had in here a year ago when we did drop beams and got it running-ish and did a disc brake conversion on the back and narrowed the rear axle. And since then, it's all been painted. The interior's been done. And now we're tearing it all apart. We are pulling the front clip, the hood, all that off of it. Engine and transmission are going bye-bye. And it's getting a 3rd gen Coyote in the 6R80. So we've got a bunch of parts that showed up. Vintage air stuff over there. Fans, Hydro Boost brakes, other miscellaneous goodies and doodads. We have all the fuel system stuff coming. It's on its way. I actually got confirmation that it shipped today. So yeah, the owner already has the motor and transmission at his shop. Andy pulled the Crown Vic front end out of the frame we got the other day from them. So we're going to start with the hood, get it out of our way, and then we will start tearing it apart. A day or so. As you saw there, we got the front end kind of stripped off of this thing. Now we're going to work on getting all the rest of the lines taken off and drained, get the heater lines off of it, get the throttle and all that stuff unhooked. The brakes and everything are actually coming off of it. Steering's coming off of it because we're doing that Crown Vic. Those will have to come off of it. Yeah, I'm going to get this motor ready to come out of here. Maybe we'll get the inner fenders off of it here so we can get those out of the way and actually go from there. Sorry about my voice. Allergies are bothering me and hacking up green goblins. So lots of fun. But we are going to tinker with this a little bit. I'm going to try and organize some crap here in the shop. It's going to get tight in here really quick working in here full time. I can see this already. So yeah. So we'll get back on this tonight. See what we can get done. All right, well, I was just going to tear this all down and not show you guys the rest of it, but we found some really cool fab work. Yummy. And then if you go over here, it gets even better. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Look at that. I'm not sure if this was like a straight 6 truck or what the deal is, but I don't think that came from the factory that way. It could have, but I doubt it. So, next time you see this, we'll have everything out of it. Probably have it up on jacks and be cutting out all of this nonsense. So, let's do that. All right, guys. As you see here, the front end is all taken apart. The engine and transmission are out of it. All the beams are gone. They're outside. I've got to get rid of the trailing arm piece here, but I'm going to cut those brackets off. I was going to unbolt them, but Ford put 2 bolts in them and then a rivet back in there. So I've got to cut them out anyway. We're going to get on that. That's kind of the next step in this process. I am going to build a piece to go across here, although I'm not too certain. This truck's been hit pretty hard in the front. You can see they've modified this frame horn to get the bumper to fit. And they've modified this frame horn to get the bumper to fit. And I don't know if you can see it, but man, that looks bent to me. I don't know. Maybe not, but that's a better view of the lovely fabrication work on these motor mounts here. Not really sure what was going on there, but it's all getting redone. Our Crown Vic is out front, so I'm going to try and get that pressure washed today. That's on my list. I want to get all this cut out. Today is technically my first day self-employed full-time here in the shop. My last day at work was yesterday, end of the week. I would have worked out in the shop on Friday anyway. We've worked 410s for years. So technically my first day. Monday will be like it, because this is a normal day for me out here, but still kind of setting in, I think. So that being said, I don't have a lot of room in this little shop. We have a lot of stuff in here. So I am trying to keep my work area a lot cleaner. Normally I would have just kept piling stuff on until I couldn't walk. I'm bad about just getting stuff done and not stopping, picking up. So all the tools are picked up, everything's swept. We're gonna start on the next process. And then when we get done cleaning all that up, cutting it out, I'll clean all that up and then we'll start on the Crown Vic. I don't know if we'll get it slid in here today or not, but we're moving ahead with it. So let's get rolling. Let's get the fire ratchet out and cut some of the stuff off. Guys, end of the day, got quite a bit done. Look at that, it's even cleaned up. It's a good start. All the front parts are out of it, cross member, all that goodness. I've got some cleanup grinding to do there, but I'm gonna box all this in. I think I'm gonna plate all that to kind of add some strength back in there, and then that Crown Vic wraps around here. The bottom sits up on the bottom here. The top folds over, and I think on these we have to build a little bit of an adapter, and then we'll drill these and put a slug tube inside of them, so the long bolts that go from the top of the Crown Vic down to bolt it all together won't collapse the frame. You want to put something in there so they don't do that. So that will be Monday's project. I want to get this thing back on the ground and rolling. I think we could have it done Monday. It's kind of my hope. I do know we have a bunch of holes to fill up on our Princess Bronco that we sold at Barrett. I moved these out to here. And a lot of this stuff doesn't get used again. There's a couple here that go to the back. This guy. And it's this 3-wire here that go to the back. So those go to here. So those come up underneath the floor and in. And then the rest of this stuff pretty much doesn't get reused, except, I lied, there is an ignition. One of these is ignition. That one gets used because it has cranking power and keyed power. That's how I fire up the computer. So we use the factory plug, all that stuff. It plugs in, bam. But the lighting then all comes outside underneath the fenders. Same with this side. This one's a little harder because it ends here, and we take it all the way across here, bring it out here. So that means I will then fill this hole, fix the clutch hole mess over there, fill that hole, fill this hole, fix that nonsense. Yeah, probably get rid of that heat shield because I think that's going to be a little tight. Yeah, so we're going to do that. It's going to be lots of fun. The AC comes out, the heater box comes out. Might hang on to that. I don't know if I would put that in Berta or not, but I have toyed with the idea of putting AC in that truck at some point. So this is a factory Ford air truck, but we're going to do a vintage air system that gets rid of this, and then they have a filler plate that bolts in, lines come through. So that'll be really one of the only things, heater lines, AC lines, kind of like Princess, that come up here. Yeah, we have all kinds of parts for this thing. So we are gonna keep rolling on this thing. It's gonna be a good little truck when it's done. One of my favorite body style trucks, and these short boxes are super cool. So, yeah. That being said, smash the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss anything. Make sure the notification bell is on, so when you are subscribed, every time we upload a video, you guys get notified. Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. I want to hear what you guys think of the projects we got going on here. Probably not going to do videos like daily. That's too much. Probably do weekly. If we have a car project in here, we should be able to keep you guys updated a lot easier. We can do shorts and stuff along the week if need be. But there's going to be a lot more stuff cranking out of here. I already have another car being dropped off for some just drivability things. It's been sitting, whatever. It'll be here next week. I also have a wagon we got to get in here, so I'll probably go pick that up early next week. That's a big build. The Mustang, the Bronco, lots and lots and lots of stuff. So both this and the Bronco are being pushed to be done by like the end of May. Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, stick around. Until next time, guys, keep building awesome stuff. We'll see you later.